Hey, Jonathan here. I've got a question from ELB, or ELB, I guess, who asks, I've been stoked about choosing a vertical and sticking to it ever since I've watched your Pigeonhole Yourself talk. Now, even more excited with the new, for me, idea of a psychographic approach. Something that's been really bugging me for a while now is the issue of conflict of interests. Working with, for example, a real estate agency, then another, and another, or all of them at the same time even, will make your clients start asking questions like, is he starting to share our secrets with our competitors? What if they pay him to sabotage our project? He's using the experience and knowledge that he gathered while working with us to improve the solutions owned by our competitors. In my head, what you're proposing is like a footballer that plays for as many teams battling for the World Cup as possible, and at the same time, your job is literally to win with or even destroy the other businesses in the game. This has been a huge block for me going forward with the concept, so I'd love for you to share your thoughts. Okay, this is a question I get pretty commonly. It's almost always a hypothetical question. In this case, is a hypothetical question. This doesn't actually happen that much, because if someone is hiring you to be a trusted partner to do some important thing for their business, they trust you. Like they're already trusting you. They're trusting you with their money. So there's a lot of trust there. Or if there's not, you shouldn't be working with them. But if you are working with them, they trust you already. I don't think I have ever had any question like this, even from my most paranoid clients. And the reason is clients, these may be fears that are in the back of their mind, but a bigger fear is incompetence. So they believe, if they trust you and they believe that because all of these things would be like, certainly unethical, if not illegal, so like if they just assume that you're not a criminal, which is probably a safe assumption if they trust you, then what they're more concerned with is that you're competent and that you've got experience in their vertical. Clients you're much more likely to get the question, what kind of experience do you have working with real estate companies? Or what did he say? Real estate developer. Was it developers? Doesn't matter. So the point is, they love it when you have experience in their vertical already, because you speak their language, you understand the nuances of their business, you understand their specific concerns. And rarely, I don't know exactly, I don't think you said what you do. I got the impression you're a developer, but if you're doing something like SEO for plumbers in the same region, like the same city, that can get weird because you're bidding against yourself. But if you're consultative in nature, or there's like a regional distribution, or there's even the slightest difference in differentiator between one real estate agency and another real estate agency, or they're in completely different towns, then there's just, the problem doesn't happen that much. If it does, if someone actually asked you, how do we know you're not sharing our secrets with our competitors? If they said that to me, I would say like, well, first of all, that would put me out of business immediately. Second of all, if you don't trust me, we can't work together, because you're going to have to trust me quite a bit to take my advice on these things that I'm going to insist that you do. So, but literally, again, I don't think anyone has ever said that to me. Some other things that do come up that are kind of in this area, some folks will want you to sign an NDA. I've done that many times. I will not do it. I will almost never do it for a meeting, but I will do it once where it's like a paying engagement. So once they become a customer, I'll say in advance, just so you know, I'm happy to sign an NDA once we, start with the project or whatever, and then you can. And that usually solves any kind of like concerns like this, because then it's a criminal act that you would be doing, and they feel like that would have them covered. So so just think about it like this. Would you want to hire someone to redesign your bathroom that had never done it before, for a homeowner? Like they only do commercial places, but I guess I could redesign a bathroom for a homeowner. You don't want that. You want someone with experience in your particular situation. So clients, that usually, in my experience, always outweighs any kind of concern that you'd be sharing secrets with the enemy. So, maybe if it was Coke, Pepsi type of thing and they have like one massive competitor, maybe, but these are all, that's an exception. That's not the rule. Okay, so I would say try and get over it. You're probably imagining it. If it comes up, then you've got a trust building exercise to do. It's not a question of like, I shouldn't pigeonhole myself in this niche. It's more about, I need to do something in my marketing so these people trust me that I'm not a criminal. Okay. So I hope that helps. I'm Jonathan Stark. If you have a question for me, you can hashtag AskJonathan on Twitter, YouTube, or LinkedIn, and we'll find it and add it to the queue. Bye.